Morning, Manindal. I am Sarda Lakshman from Teachers Couple Talks channel. I am thankful and grateful to everyone who supported me. I also have a great thankful to you for supporting me. Share my channel for sharing my channel, subscribing my channel, and liking my channel. Let us get into the topic. Sexual reproduction in plants and what are the sexual organs of plant. Plants reproduce in three ways: asexual reproduction, vegetative reproduction, and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction produced plants have a little bit are same identical to that of asexual, and vegetative reproduction plants are same as the parents and which are like their offsprings. Then these have a little bit variability, very little bit variability. Then in these plants, if any plant is affected with pest, it will spread to all the population of that species of plant. So in order to maintain in nature the species of plants undergo reproduction, which is sexual, vegetative, or asexual. Next, what is asexual reproduction and vegetative reproduction you have already known, but what is sexual reproduction? Sexual reproduction takes place in the flower, and it is when the male and female gametes of the flower within the flower fuse and they form an offspring, which due to this sexual reproduction there is a somewhat high variability in genes of the plant. This is about sexual reproduction. What are the sexual organs of plant? Sexual organ of plant is mainly flower. The shoot is modified into flower, and the leaves are modified such as to modify the shoot. Next, there are four orals in the flower, and first oral is sepals. Sepals are calyx. What is sepals? Sepals are the first oral which are green in color and surround the pistil of the plant. Next, what is next oral is petals. These petals are colored and they are attractive. Sometimes they have fragrance also to attract the insects or birds for pollination, and that is for a cross pollination. Next, the fourth oral is androecium or microspore. This pollen grain or microspore. What is androecium? Androecium is the male reproductive sexual part of the plant. What is this male sexual reproductive plant? Androecium. How it is start? The third oral of the floral part is sexual part of the plant is androecium. This androecium is present in the form of a stamen at the edge with anther lobules. There are two anther lobules for each stamen. The stamen has the stamen with anther lobules have within pollen grains. Pollen grains or microspores are the reproductive parts of male reproductive part of the sexual part of the plant. Next, gynoecium. What is gynoecium? Gynoecium is or pistil is swollen with thalamus which bears the pistil. Gynoecium or pistil has an base is swollen at thalamus. Base is swollen with thalamus. The thalamus has ovaries or ovules which are in future are separate into seeds. Then there is a long wind-like structure which is called style, and the swollen tip of the style is stigma. The stigma receives the pollen grains and that enters into the style, then reaches the ovary and fusion takes place, and then the ovules are formed into seeds and the flower is modified into fruit. This is called pollination. After pollination, the fruit is formed. Next, when the pollen grain of the male gamete, when the pollen grain of the male gamete reaches the stigma and enters the same ovary of the same flower, it is called self-pollination. Then it has only a little bit variability in genes, and when the stigma receives a pollen grain through birds or insects, the pollen grain of other flower, then this pollen grain of other flower of another plant reaches the pistil and the ovules occur and turns into fruit is called cross pollination. There is a high variability in genes than in self pollination. It is variability high in cross pollination. Thank you.